We're here in Plainsboro, New Jersey. This project is a little bit unique to us. We did this in collaboration with John Conroy from Princeton Design Collaborative. Before we were even engaged on this project, Mr. Conroy had done some designs for the client, and what it consisted of is taking an existing basement space and turning that space into useful bedroom, bathroom, and sitting area space. The challenge for Mr. Conroy was to get all of these elements into this relatively small space and do it in a way that was cohesive and that flowed well and that worked well for the client. So you see behind me here is this little sunken court that he designed. The sunken court doubles as the primary entrance now to the new bedroom. The retaining walls behind me that double as planters, and then at the bottom of that sunken court there's a nice drain system that directs water away from the space down there and sends it to a pumping system and then pumps all of the water away from the house. And then as you move into the inside of the house, we added a new bathroom with a zero clearance shower. It's got a heated floor. There's nice little design elements inside that he incorporated into it. There's a perforated ceiling in the living area, a perforated metal ceiling. There's lighting and other elements that are unique to this project and really just bring everything together. Another primary objective of this project was to get more natural light into the house. To get to that objective, he added some windows to the driveway side of the house, which not only bring light into the space, but also double as egress windows. And you'll see on the side of the house, there's a new sunken court there as well. Those windows are free and clear. They're casement windows, so they can open and close easily and bring a breeze into the home as well as natural light. And then on the front of the home, we added a new porch and entry area, whereas before the front of the house had some old landscaping and had some other elements that had been here for probably 40 or 50 years, and there really wasn't a good way to get into the front of the home. To achieve that, Mr. Conroy decided to take off the one little side porch, and then we added the new porch on the front, like I mentioned, a new front door. There's some new Douglas fir columns that are holding that porch up at an angle. It looks unique, it looks very nice, and ties everything together. And then another thing that was added to this home was a new staircase going from the basement to the main level of the home. And then there's new windows also in that staircase to bring natural light into the front of the home, into the kitchen, whereas previously there was very little light in the front of the home and it was very dark. All right, so we're here on the interior of the home, and you can see it's a relatively small space, and the architect, Mr. Conroy, did a very good job at getting all of these elements into this space. You can see to my right is a new staircase that was replaced, so that's all new stair treads going up to the main floor. And then also you can see at the top of the stairs there are 3 new casement windows that bring the light into the front of the home. And you can see I'm standing here on natural cork flooring, which is all glued down to an existing slab, and it brings an element of modern and also natural. And you can also see the nice color that the client chose behind me. Has a little terracotta hue to it, and then also some of the other elements that I mentioned. You can see the perforated metal ceiling above me. I guess it's technically perforated corrugated metal. You can see the nice, clean, sleek little recessed lights that are added. They're not, the big 6-inch recessed lights that you see traditionally in a lot of spaces, but it gives that sleek and modern touch. For heating and cooling, they opted to do mini split system down here. It wasn't practical to do a ducted system, so they did end up with units on the wall that both heat and cool. They can isolate the spaces for that purpose. You don't have to worry too much about overheating or overcooling the space when it's not being used. It can be done kind of as they come into the space. And then also behind me is a new laundry area and prep area for the laundry. And then also they had an existing garage, so there's a new entrance to that garage that we created. So again, it's a small space, but basically this whole space was gutted and we started from scratch. There's a system called ISOFAST that we used for the insulation and walls. So it's an insulation system that that incorporates the structural, and the drywall gets screwed right to that insulation system that also has the studs incorporated. It has little chases for the electrician to run his wires. Unlike a traditional basement where we frame it out beyond the foundation wall, this got attached directly to the foundation wall to preserve space. And that was, space was a primary goal here, to get the most out of the space. We're here in the utility area, and previously this was a fairly large area that took up quite a bit of space in the basement. It consisted of an existing boiler, hot water heater that was about a 50-gallon tank, and they were spread out. It took up quite a bit of space. You can see now the way the architect designed this. There's a tankless water heater, which takes up a lot less space. It's hanging on the wall, provides hot water to not only the new bathroom, but also to the rest of the home. And then there's an existing hydronic hot water boiler here that supplies heat to the rest of the home. So this home does not have a forced hot air system. It has a hydronic heating system. And you'll notice there's some more modern type of baseboard heating down here in the basement. We call them runtles. It's a wall hung unit. Works on the hydronic system. And you see them more in Europe than you do here in the United States, but that's what the owner opted to use here, and they're really beautiful and they kind of blend in with the design of the whole space. This project took approximately 5 months from start to finish. There was a lot of foundation work that had to take place up front. A big portion of the project was the mason contractor doing all of the digging, foundation walls, the retaining walls, and then also the walkways going to the front. There was quite a bit that went into that front porch as well, so that those elements took a little bit of time.